A big hello to our viewers on Facebook, YouTube and other social media. We are in a special EUG studio connected today to the volunteers work because we have two guests that know about volunteers work really good. Marianna Pikul, the coordinator of the volunteers, and Leticia Dawidowicz, one of the volunteers. Marianna, you have prepared a lot of events with volunteers, but why EUG is so unique?
Oh, well, it's unique for a lot of reasons. I would say, first of all, it's unique because it's a great chance for the volunteers, and there is not a lot of international sport events that provide a program for volunteers that provides accommodation and food catering and transport and all of those things. So I think it's unique in a way that university sport events do provide those things, and it is easier for volunteers to, go to different city, go to different country when they have all those things provided. So I would say that's why it's unique in very, practical matter, but more on the emotional level also, because I think university sport has a very special atmosphere, and, it's not like the athletes are, stars that you cannot reach.
Not only the sport.
Yeah, they are just, they are living in the same place as volunteers. They are eating in the same place as volunteers. So it's all very familiar, it's all very friendly. So that's why I think it's very unique event.
Leticia, your part is the media department, let's say. So what are your tasks you have to do?
Basically, the task in the media field is to promote the event, to make it know to the people that something is happening in Łódź. So taking photos, taking videos of every sport, of everything, even in the everyday life of these games. It could be just on the street, in the transport. All the athletes are going really all around the city. Sometimes in the Piotrkowska street, you can also watch them just visiting the city, and to promote it, to say that something is happening. All these different sports also, because not sometimes people just think, oh, there's maybe football, just volleyball, but there are other things that are really interesting, like climbing. They will start in the next days. That's totally different. You won't see it really in other capacities.
But on what kind of events you have been to?
For now, I've seen futsal, water polo, kickboxing that just ended, also basketball pre-tree, beach volleyball. So everyone can find something that they will like, or just discover a new sport.
Do you have time to watch the games, or you have a lot of work to do?
Can do both. Sometimes you just go to a game to watch it, and then you say, oh, there is a great picture, a great video to be taken here. So you're just like your phone up, a picture is done, just send it. Then afterward, it's all over the social media, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok also. Yeah. So it's easy to find it.
Marianna, it's impossible to do such an event without any volunteers. In EUG 2022, we have about 1,000 volunteers.
A bit less in the end, but it's true. I mean, it would be impossible. I mean, you do need a lot of people supporting all the areas. It's not only about sports, about logistics, about media. I think it's a very special thing, also quite unique about the media volunteers, because they are not volunteers that are supporting journalists. They are journalists themselves, and they can get that practice and have this experience. So yes, there's a lot of volunteers. It is impossible without them. I know it's something that always is being said, and people say, oh, we couldn't do it without you, but it's so true, especially at the event like this. So for sure, it would be impossible without them.
We have volunteers from how many countries?
We have volunteers from 44 countries.
But not only Europe, I say.
Not only Europe. No. More than Europe. So it's really unique. It's amazing, especially after all this time when there was no sport events to meet again, to give that chance to people to connect. And come from all over, really, not only Europe, like you said. It's a lot of countries.
I know something about the special programs and workshops for the volunteers. How does it look like, Leticia? Have you been to such a workshop?
Yes, I've been to their workshop about eco and zero waste. So their ecological workshop, more about the workshop, like doing your CV, how to promote your volunteering work on your CV. Other things that are more cultural ways, like table when you just speak another language with all these volunteers from all over Europe and in the world. You can also learn new languages, and that's really awesome because you meet new people. That I saw people that came from Egypt, from Tunisia, even if it's a European event. So it's like worldwide, and that's pretty impressive.
We have to know, we have to mark that Leticia is English speaker, French speaker, Polish a little
Dutch.
bit,
Dutch.
Dutch, yeah. So how many languages?
In the end, it would be 6, but like that I can speak is 4 of them. Like because I also have some Spanish and some Russian, but that's basics.
But this kind of volunteer is a treasure, isn't it?
Yes, of course, but it's amazing because we have so many talented volunteers. They have so much experience in events, in media, in logistics. They know languages. It's honestly so impressive. And when we were doing the interviews, I was just amazed by what kind of people are applying and what kind of people wants to come here. And now to meet them and to see how amazing they are, honestly, I feel very, very privileged that they decided to come and support our event.
But the volunteers has to be prepared for the event. How let's say the months before the event looked for you? You had a lot of work to do. To now in the middle of July have work prepared and organized.
Yes, that's true. On the logistical level, it's a crazy adventure, I would say, because there is a lot of things to be done. Obviously, we had to do the recruitment, but then you have to take care of the people that are already accepted. Of course, there is a lot of people supporting that because it's not only me. We have 21 leaders and coordinators of volunteers in
So
different
it's a
areas.
kind of tree, yeah?
Yes, it's a bit of a tree. But we are all honestly very equal. We want to make it as friendly and family oriented as possible. But without them, it would not be possible. They were the ones who were contacting volunteers. They were passing the information to them so they know as much as possible. Because it's true. You have to remember that even if it's 700, 800 people, each one of them needs information, needs to feel like they have someone to reach out to, and be there for them. So we have a structure for this, and we try to do our best to make them feel as good as possible.
We know that such an event like European Universities Games is not for the sleeping time. We don't sleep well, but Leticia, it's important also to sleep, to regenerate, to relax. We don't have much time for it, but maybe it's worth to sleep 1 hour more rather than do not sleep at all.
Yeah, the thing is that the event, there is sports things happening, but also the biggest thing is just to enjoy it. So have fun. Even the athletes are like, okay, we are here to do our sport, to compete, but at some time you have like just to relax, to go around the city, to see other venues, other sports, meet other people. And that 1 hour sleep can do the big difference to go all day long for the next day.
But have you been to events like this? I don't know, some European Championships, World Championships in something?
I've been to several events, mostly in swimming, so World Championship and European Championship, and the atmosphere is totally different because the thing with this championship is that it's professional swimmers or athletes, and it's just volunteer on one side, athletes on the other side. Here, we're all mixed together, which is totally different. Like even in the canteen, we are mixed. Sometimes to the parties also, everybody is going there because, of course, the university, so parties every night. That happens too. But people are still there the next day to do the work, to do the competition, and that's great.
But this is important to have also work to do, but have a pleasure of doing it. Marianna, after a few days of work, but we are smiling to each other. This is priceless.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that's the point of it, because you do come here as an athlete to compete, as a volunteer to support, as an organizer to work hard. But yeah, in the end, you do have to remember that it's a very unique experience, and it is an experience that you should enjoy. So this balance between work, but also just having a bit of fun and relaxing, it's very important. As long as you show up next day, of course.
So how long do you sleep?
Oh, actually, I try to sleep quite a lot, at least every few nights. So today is the night, so today I should sleep more. So we will see.
Okay, thank you very much. Marianna Pikl, the coordinator of the volunteers, and Leticia Dawidowicz, the media volunteer, were our guests today. Thank you so much for watching us, and see you next time.